Stop worrying about tap-and-go thieves and start enjoying real peace of mind. Today, the best RFID blocking cards are going head-to-head, so you know exactly which one actually protects your wallet in the real world. Here's what's inside: a no-fluff countdown from 5 to 1 of the best RFID blocking cards, tested style insights on range, alignment tolerance, and real-life usability, plus a few surprises where cheaper cards falter and the top picks quietly flex with smarter jamming tech. Stick around, because the winner uses active jamming that scales up with stronger scanners. Yep, it's wild. And there's a simple supermarket test you can try today. 5. SaiTech IT RFID Blocking Cards. The SaiTech IT RFID blocking card, one of those classic jammer card plus antenna designs that promises wallet-wide protection without changing your wallet, which is convenient if you're, not keen on bulky sleeves or switching wallets. The headline claim here is a 2.4-inch working distance. Cards within about 1.2 inches on either side are protected, which covers most trifold and bifold layouts pretty well. It's ultra-thin at roughly standard card size and 0.03 inches thick, so it sits flush in a normal slot without bowing your wallet. In use, the SaiTech plays the dependable workhorse, no batteries, auto-activates from the reader's field, and you can even test it at a self-checkout. Stack the SaiTech over a contactless card and watch the terminal throw an error instead of taking payment. That immediate "it blocks or it doesn't" feedback is reassuring, especially if you're skeptical about RFID blockers doing anything at all. For a simple protection layer, it's a neat add, especially if you share a household and want a multi-pack. But well, here's where it gets a bit, The advertised range is good on paper, yet protection tends to be sensitive to positioning. If your contactless card drifts too far from the SaiTech's protective bubble inside a wider wallet layout, you might lose consistent shielding at the edges. That means in overstuffed wallets or looser card stacks, you may need 2 cards to guarantee coverage, which kind of undermines the one card protects all pitch. 4. ZGAGFZ RFID Blocking Cards. These are slim, wallet-friendly blockers meant to cover all standard 13.56 MHz cards, debit, credit, transit, the usual suspects, and they come in multi-packs that are easy on the budget. If you want to outfit multiple wallets or stash a card in a travel pouch, car console, or passport sleeve, ZGAGFZ's pack options are practical and flexible. In day-to-day use, they slide in smoothly thanks to a thin profile, about 0.5 mm class, and don't add much heft. If you've ever hated rigid blocking sleeves that snag at checkout, this card-style solution just disappears in your setup. For basic skimming defense, especially in crowded public spaces, you immediately feel better tossing one in and getting that extra buffer. The nice thing here is the straightforward promise: protect RFID 13.56 MHz, done. For most people, that's what matters. But when you push edge cases, thicker wallets, misaligned stacks, or mixing multiple NFC-enabled items, the passive shielding approach can show gaps if the protected card isn't close enough. Like most non-adaptive blockers, it doesn't scale its output relative to the scanner's strength, so you're relying on proximity and placement. Also, there isn't much in the way of documented, quantified range or misalignment tolerance from the brand beyond the fits-in-wallets talking points. That doesn't make it ineffective, just means expectations should be good when properly placed, not whole wallet coverage no matter what. Consider using 2 cards, front and back of a stack, if you carry a lot. 3. Whonor RFID Blocking. Think of this tier as the practical protection without going full-on premium jamming. The core idea is the same. Contactless readers create an electromagnetic field, your card harvests it by induction, and a blocker disrupts that energy or the data path to stop a read. The value is clear: no swapping wallets, no sleeves, just card in, done. In practical tests, like those often demonstrated with NFC Shield cards, you place the blocker adjacent to a contactless card and the terminal can't complete the transaction. It's that simple. When the shield is close, the read fails. When you separate them, the card taps normally. That makes it easy to explain to friends and clients who are skeptical. There's a direct cause and effect they can see. Whonor emphasizes the slim credit card form factor and the ability to protect surrounding cards on either side, so sandwich stacks get coverage without making your wallet awkward. For minimalist wallets, that's a big win. Daily carry feels unchanged, and you can position it strategically near your most used card. This class of blocker is great for travel and commuting. Tap your Metro card when you need to by moving it off the shield, then tuck it back beside the blocker for the ride. That fluidity is underrated. It keeps life frictionless, while still giving you confidence in crowds and queues. While not marketed with elite specs like adaptive jamming or orthogonal antennas, Whonor offers that reliable, it works when it's near your card's experience. 2. Ultrashang RFID Blocking Card. This sits in the same functional family as other card-style blockers, but tends to feel a notch more consistent in mixed wallet scenarios, especially when juggling payment cards and transit passes. If you've ever had a wallet that ghost taps near a turnstile or POS because readers pick up the wrong card, keeping Ultrashang next to the card you don't want read can cleanly prevent that. Real-world usage mirrors the known testing pattern. Place blocker plus tap card together and the terminal balks. Separate them and it goes through. Easy to demonstrate at self-checkout. The effectiveness shines if you align it with your most sensitive cards. Combining it with a second blocker at the back of the stack further smooths protection across the wallet. Ultrashang's appeal is how low maintenance it is. No batteries, no app, just deploy and forget. Travelers appreciate the simplicity, and it combines nicely with passport covers without adding bulk. For anyone rotating between multiple cards, the move to tap, slide to protect dance becomes second nature. In crowded environments with higher reader power, Ultrashang still behaves predictably when positioned well. It doesn't boast adaptive jamming like the top pick, but it's trustworthy protection when you're intentional about placement. That's the key. Thoughtful positioning equals consistent blocking. All said, Ultrashang lands high for being calm, consistent, and wallet-friendly. If you want a protector that just works without micromanaging your setup, this is a very easy recommendation. VAULTCARD RFID Blocking. This isn't just shielding, it uses active electromagnetic jamming that scales with the scanner's strength, a principle borrowed from military jamming systems. It auto-activates from the scanner's field and responds to signal strengths far smaller than what your cards need, meaning it wakes up early and hits hard before a skim can occur. That's the kind of spec that moves from nice to have to actually changes the game. The engineering flex continues with an orthogonal antenna design that grabs both electric and magnetic wave components for higher efficiency and coverage. Translation: fewer blind spots, less fuss about alignment, and protection that extends beyond the usual 2-centimeter bubble. VAULTCARD cites coverage up to around 4 centimeters per side in product materials, with narrative claims of even more generous range versus typical blockers. For a normal wallet, that kind of radius means your cards are protected even when they aren't perfectly stacked against the VAULTCARD. Another big win is misalignment tolerance. The card and your protected cards don't have to be perfectly lined up to maintain protection, which is exactly where cheaper blockers can falter. For practical life, that means you don't need to babysit your wallet layout after every coffee run. Slide this in and, well, forget it. Your taps only happen when you want them. And because the jamming output dynamically scales with stronger scanners, VAULTCARD stands up better to high-powered skimmers that could punch through passive shields. Final thought. That's all for today, folks.